Hello and welcome to a day in life of me, aka Lizzie, aka Sport Pony. It is currently blizzarding outside and I currently have a cold, and I was going to use this tiny mic for recording, but it sounds like trash. So I'm not gonna do that. I have a different tiny mic I could use, but I don't want to pull it out. So I'm not going to because I'm feeling lazy. Anyways, this is a very realistic, very normal, very casual day of my life. So I look like a bum, and I just do all of the normal things that I do on a daily basis, usually. I might be a little bit more productive than I normally am because I have a camera rolling, so, incentive, but we'll just pretend that I'm always doing something. Let's get on with this day, shall we? Mornings always start off with morning farm chores. Well, actually, they start off with me getting out of bed, but that's a very scary visual, and I didn't want to film it. But it looks something like this. But yes, morning farm chores. Very important part of the day, and I feel like all I do in my life is farm chores. So let's get ready and go to farm chores. And then I forgot that I needed to turn off the camera, so I had to take off my gloves. That's stupid. Zumi is always very excited for morning farm chores, even though she doesn't like doing farm chores with me. She just wants me to throw the frisbee for her. She leaves me all alone to do farm chores. So, cute dog. And she always loses her frisbee. She never had no idea where she's ever putting the frisbee. Am I making any English sounds? I don't know if I'm making any English sounds. Farm chores start with getting the hoses hooked up and the animals' waters filling up. So that consists of hooking up hoses and moving them around and freezing my hands off. Very, very cold. Not very pleasant. Don't recommend. But it's either that or hauling buckets, so I'll stick with the hoses like this. Then I give the horses hay while the waters are filling up, and that consists of me peeling a round bale and pitchforking it to them because square bales would just be too easy. So I like doing things the hard way. So round bales it is. Makes life more entertaining, exhausting, more of a workout. I don't know. Then I get a visit from Zumbini, which is surprising because she doesn't like going over by the horse pen. And Meowie Chungus, whatever his name is, because my family doesn't know how to name animals, is an adorable little kitten.
Silly boy, hi. What's me? What are you doing? Go get your frisbee. Yeah, go get it. Silly boy.
Anyways, has enough water in the horse tank. Don't want to put too much in because it's just going to freeze if you put too much in. So I have to disconnect it and then go bring that hose over to the cow tank and let the cow tank fill up halfway. And then I have to drain the hose so it doesn't freeze because that is never a fun experience. So make sure you drain your hoses. Then I let the cats out of the barn, the grown adult cats, because little kittens get to stay in the house because they're spoiled. And there's Dude saying hi to the camera because he's the main character. And they say good morning to my cat. We go check the water tank to see if it's full enough, and then while I wait for the water to fill up, I play frisbee with Zumi. But her leg is kind of hurt, so I'm not going to make her run for it. So I didn't.
Little kitty. What are you doing? You want to come out?
Now it's time to drain the cow hose water. No, wait, what? Now it's time to drain the hose that was going to the cow tank. That was the correct way to say that. I think. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. English is my first language and it's my only language, and I don't even know how to use it. I don't know English. Well, I do. Anyways, I'm done with farm chores. Farm chores are done. Let's get in a nice warm house and find something to eat or drink or something. I'm not a morning person, guys, so I don't like mornings, and I don't like eating in the mornings, and so I start off with a glass of homemade kombucha because That sounded good for my stomach. It's a good gut booster, I guess. That was kombucha, not wine, I promise. Then I like to add a little punch of Christmas pineapple juice to it to give it a little bit more zest. It's very tasty. And it feels very good on a morning stomach. And then I get right to my morning dishes routine, which there's usually a lot of dishes. I live in a big family, and there's a lot of dishes, always. But thankfully it wasn't too big of a pile today. But, you know, usually it takes a good 20 minutes to 30 minutes to 40 minutes to do morning dishes. So, it's, after farm chores and dishes, I usually don't have much left of the day. It's basically my whole day is farm chores and dishes. It's basically all I do in a day. So, that's the end of this day of my life. No, I'm just kidding. It's very satisfying when you get done with dishes, though, and I want to run for the hills and get out of the kitchen as fast as possible, so nobody can bring me more dirty dishes to have to wash. And also, you scrub the counters because that's part of the dish duty. After I'm done with dishes, I make sure that cats and dogs have water. So I fill up their water bowl and I add a little bit of splash of EMs because it's also good for their gut health and they like the way it tastes. So I do that. But then my brother just gave them cow's milk, so they weren't interested. And then I sweep the kitchen because I like to leave the kitchen clean after I'm done washing dishes. Otherwise, it's not as satisfying. It doesn't feel clean after you wash dishes if not everything is clean. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not saying I do this every morning. I'm just saying that when I'm feeling inspired, I do this. This is like an uninspired day because I have the camera rolling, you know. And then breakfast is a banana. But then after I take a break and I go on my phone for a little bit, I make a real breakfast, if I'm feeling for it, which is usually toast and scrambled eggs. This is really like the breakfast I make when I'm feeling like eating. Most mornings I don't feel like eating, so I don't always have this breakfast, but sometimes I get in the routine of eating this breakfast, which makes me feel better after I eat it, but I have to be in the mood for it, you know? And if you're having toast and scrambled eggs, make sure you put butter and jelly on your toast because that's just so much better. I also have to share with my cat because she's adorable. After breakfast, I start to scratch up some things off of my to-do list, which today was take pictures of my boyfriend's newly made birdhouse that I had to list in his Etsy shop. So I took pictures and then I had to go upload them to my computer and then edit them and make an Etsy listing for them. So that's what I'm doing now. And waiting for things to upload, you know. I don't know why I talk like this. But, of course, when a One Republic jam comes on, you gotta dance. Ta-da! There's my listing. Really satisfying when it's up and done and finished. It's not actually finished. I have to do more to it, but it's good enough to be posted. And then I have to take a moment to think about all the things I have to do and which ones I actually want to get done. Then I figured I should probably work on a commission I have open on Etsy. So I like to draw and watch YouTube at the same time because, you know, multitasking. And then Tyler came over, but then immediately realized that he had an important phone call to make and he had to go back to his apartment because he needed some stuff in there to make an important phone call. So we had to go back to his apartment. And then I watered my plants over there that were very thirsty because Tyler does not know how to water them. I'm surprised that they're not completely dead yet. Then it's hockey time. This is one of the days of the weeks where we get to go play hockey because we have the rink rented and our family is basically big enough that we can make hockey teams with just our family. So hockey's always a good time. And even though I'm sick, I'm probably going to go play again tonight. I always have to fake sword fight with hockey sticks because it's just a thing. Here's a clip from one of our games, which is not very epic at all because the other team came and made a score on our team, which was not supposed to happen when I had the camera rolling. And then I have to wait for Tyler to Zamboni the ice before we can go home. Then when we finally get home, I eat. Here's my little meal. And it never tastes so amazing than after a good workout. And then after I eat, we usually play a few games in the evening, which Corkle is one of our go-to games, even though we're very sick of it. I think we have a problem because we hate the game, but we just keep playing it. And I never win, and it's all luck. So that's what I'm going to stick by. But I lost is what I'm trying to say. Then Tyler and I played some darts, and I lost because I was playing really trash tonight. He thought he was just playing good, but no, it was just me. I was just playing bad. Then it's nighttime farm tours, and obviously it's dark out, so I didn't film much of it because you can't see much of it anyways. But nighttime farm tours is just me giving the horses hay. Then after farm tours, I go back to whatever I was doing on the computer, if I'm editing, or in this case, I'm finishing my commission. And then after I finish my commission, I scan the art and I send it to my customer to make sure that they're happy with it before I ship it out to them the next day. And then I kind of wind down and I write in my journal. Sometimes I play my phone, but because I was filming myself, my phone was almost dead and I didn't want to drain the battery anymore. And then I do some yoga and some workouts if I'm feeling it, but after hockey I was not feeling it, so I didn't do much workouts today. Usually doing yoga consists of me being beaten up by a little white cat. Like, literally, he is abusive and he beats me up, and I have scars all over my arms, and he's just too cute for how mean he is.
Oh, that weird. Oh, gosh darn it. You leave me alone.
I definitely wasn't gonna do any leg workouts, but I felt like I could handle some crunches, so I did some sit-ups. Usually I play around with the kittens because they're always super hyper at night, and then I say goodnight to the dogs and give Zumi her nighttime kisses, and usually get to bed around midnight because I am a night owl and I hate mornings. So that brings us to the end of my day in the life, and I've seen a lot of other YouTubers make this kind of videos, but I have no idea what I'm doing. So if you guys like this kind of video, let me know down in the comments. And if you haven't heard the exciting news yet, I announced in my last video that I'm doing a giveaway. I'm giving away some pretty cool stuff. There's going to be 3 winners, and it's super easy to enter, and the giveaway ends on February 11th. So if you want to learn more about that giveaway, go check out my last video. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok while you're at it, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week Sunday. Okay, bye!